Hello, welcome to a new series. This series is going to be called The Toxic Talk. Now, based on the name, I know it sort of sounds like a toxic conversation, but it's just basically me being toxic waste. I, Toxic, will be talking to you about just random things, such as YouTube and, life and other random things that may have come up. Basically, just to express my mind and my opinions, my feelings to you. Plus, I always have, I have ADHD, OCD, ODD, all these different things, and one thing I always struggle with is getting stuck on a thought or idea and just letting my mind run with it. And the best way to stop me from doing that is to get that thought out of my head. So rather than spending the next, 12 hours thinking about these topics, I could spend 30 minutes thinking about them and sharing them with you. Not only helps me out, but some of these topics may be found interesting to you. In turn, though, the Toxic Talk will also be a single-player LP type situation, because we will be doing it on a single-player world where, we go in, start from scratch. Everything's just single-player, normal creative. But instead of every episode having a purpose, it'll just be me doing random things while talking to you. And hopefully you guys enjoy that. So, yeah. Oh, man, sorry, I just woke up, so excuse the yawning, but, yeah, so we're gonna start a new world here. I'm gonna call it, Toxic Talk. Toxic Talk. More world options, all of that's good. Let's create a new world. So, basically what I'm gonna do is my plan here is I've got my iPod next to me, and I'm gonna try and get as much information using, lists and crap that I have for you guys, just so I give you guys the proper information. So, are you kidding me? I spawn in the ocean? Is it just me, or aren't you supposed to spawn on land? Fuck, I'm gonna drown. Fuck, shit, no, don't do it. Don't do it to me. So, what, is this the fuck you, that's why? See? Here's my home. I've got no trees, no nothing. Great. Well, this is quite the start. Oh, and then there's that over there. That's great. That's really great. Alright. So I'm gonna have to get my ass out of here and over. That's another island. So that way is looking like my best bet here. But, yeah, so starting off on my, my little topic list, I guess you could call it, I have recently joined a YouTube network. Now, well, not a YouTube network, but I guess something like a YouTube network. Basically, what is it that I have done? I had been invited by somebody who basically they said to me, come, it's like YouTubers helping YouTubers or whatever was the channel name. And what they did was they came up to me and they're like, wow, hey, we see you're producing nice content. We'd like you to join. Now, at first I didn't understand why they were asking me, because their name was MCN Freedom India on their website, and I was like, is this a partnership for me, or am I sponsoring the freedom of India? I wasn't quite sure what was going on. So I did more research into MCN Freedom, and realized that was just like a subgroup what you can do is when you join their thing, if they approve you, you have either just a standard YouTube partner, or you get a YouTube partner and you have the option to invite other channels in. And for every channel that goes to your site or your page on MCN Freedom and joins using your link, you will get basically paid for that. So that's what that other place was doing. They were inviting me to join through their network, even though I'd still be a Freedom partner. And yeah, that was basically their initiative, was to get a little bit of extra money. However, MCN Freedom as a whole is actually not that bad of a company. Where am I anyway? Yeah, they're not that bad of a company. So far, like, I haven't had any issues with them, mainly not even with paying or payment, mainly because I'm not getting paid until 2 months after I've signed up for them. Now, the reason why is I believe they're just, they check out my channel, they check out information, my average views per month, and after 2 months, they'll pay me for those 2 months, and then from that point on, I will be getting paid monthly by them. So, I'm alright with waiting, but I will be getting paid to make content. So I'm officially able to make money making YouTube videos. And, you know, if you like my channel and you'd like to help support me, the best thing you can do is watch the ads that are placed. If you watch them start to finish without skipping them, I get a share of the profits. However, if you do skip the ad when the option comes up, I will get nothing. So, now I'm not expecting you to watch like the weird ads that pop up that are like 20 minutes long, or that are like hours long or whatever, or like any ad that's over like 2 minutes. I would just expect you guys to want to skip it. What the hell? Yeah, I would just expect you guys to skip it. What the freak is going on? Like, this is like the worst spawn I think you could ever have gotten. Where was I? I lost my train of thought. I was on ads. That's where I was. So, if an ad is like over 2 minutes long, okay, I know this is cheating, but in all honesty, this is like the worst spawn ever. So I'm gonna fly over F3 and A up in here. That didn't do much. Let's just try and fly to a place that is not like that I don't want to fly to. Yo, what the hell is going on with my game? Is this just a one-off problem? Am I like the only one who's ever experienced this? F3 and A. F3 and A. F3 and A. Are you done, game? You done? It's not done. Yeah, so as for this, I have no idea what the hell is going on. Same with why I don't understand why this is just full of islands. Is this some sort of, like, fuck you seed? Fuck, F3 and A. F3 and A. Come on. F3 and A, please. Alright. So this is clearly not the place. I'm unfortunately gonna leave this, delete the world, and make a new one. Because seemingly this world is just janky as all get out. And now Minecraft is not responding. Come on. Don't do this to me. When have I ever screwed you, Minecraft? If the recording suddenly stops, I am sorry. Just Minecraft does not want to work at all. Alright, if you guys can still hear me, I have to restart everything, so I will be back in just a minute. Back. Sorry about that, guys. So, yeah, I'm not going to expect you guys to watch really long ads. If it's an ad under 2 minutes long, you know, please try to watch the full thing. I know I have a short attention span, so even sometimes I just end up skipping it because I'm either having a bad day or I'm excited for the new thing. Like in Mindcrack UHC, when you know what's gonna happen and you want to see somebody else's perspective, you don't want to wait through an ad. You're just so pumped, you just want to go get into it. Go straight into it. So as long as it's under 2 minutes, any effort to try and watch the full ad is greatly appreciated. If at any time you skip the ad, though, I don't get any revenue from that ad. It has to be watched start to finish for me to get any profit out of it. Anything over 2 minutes, just go ahead and skip. I'm not gonna hate you for it, because I know anything over 2 minutes long for an ad for something like latest hair gel. Make sure you use this and get it while supplies last. This hair gel can reduce erectile dysfunction and give you the proper level of testosterone and increase your hair production all over your body. Prepare to be a sexual grizzly bear. You know, like a 2-minute ad about hair gel that makes you a hairy sex fiend. That's over 2 minutes long. Like, just skip it. But if it's under 2 minutes, I would really appreciate it if you guys did watch it. So, I mean, 2 to 3 minutes, it's understandable. If it's something you really hate, like, there's some commercials where I see it, like, and the first thing they start off with is, "You've been overweight for a really long time." And it's just like, well, fuck you. Who says I've been overweight? You know, like, where do you get off telling me shit like this? I'll be the judge of that. So, things like that, if, like, it's just a really stupid concept or a pointless ad, then, yeah, you know, skip away, but at least try for me, little old me. So yeah, that's with Freedom. So far, they have a lot of things where if you're Freedom partner or a member of Freedom, you get access to content creators who will make YouTube profile pictures, YouTube banners, Twitch banners. This is more like a start. They give you like, they'll make intros, outros, you name it. Like, they've got music for you and everything. And as long as you're a partner, it's all free. Everything they offer you is copyright free, so you can use that without getting a copyright strike. And I like how they offer that service. I find that, you know, that can help out somebody like me, which mainly because of my second topic here, which is the music that I personally have made. Have you noticed? As you know, I've made that video proving that I created the songs and letting you listen to all the songs. But I still seem to be having a lot of issues with copyright strikes. Now, at first I was a little upset that Music Maker Jam wasn't working, but I'm kind of glad, because anything I make has a higher chance of getting a copyright strike on it than, you know, most other forms of music that I could find, as long as, you know, it's not like an Eminem song or a Rihanna song or somebody like that, like a big star. So I've been having a lot of trouble with a lot of my videos, because if I put in my montage song, or I put in uh, a song I made that I called Drop Dat Bass, I've been called for copyright multiple times on just those two songs alone. Now, mainly, who's really been fucking up my day is this guy whose name is Slime Beats, I think. The song is Dub Rap by Slime Beats, and he is with some label called Audium label or whatever. And I dispute it because I know that I made this song using a program that was legally obtained. Like, I didn't illegally download it. It was actually pre-installed on my computer. And I actually, at first, I thanked my parents because I thought they just asked, like, if they got the laptop, there was some sort of deal or whatever. Like, you buy the laptop, we'll install a free app for you. And I thought my parents heard of that one, and they were like, well, this sounds like our son, like, completely, so let's get that one installed. So I thanked them for it, even though they had nothing to do with it. It just came with any computer. So I legally obtained the program. I've been legally using it. I've made many, many different songs on it, and seemingly somebody who either uses the same program or a program similar to it made a song that sounded a lot like mine, and I'm being copyrighted for it. Now, I know some of you might think, well, you heard his song and you thought, hey, it's fine, it's cool, so you made it, but it was the day one when I first got my laptop. I hadn't heard any of those songs before. I opened the program up, listened to what they had to offer, and I thought, hell, this is pretty cool. So what I immediately started to do was I started to create songs in the hopes of using it on my YouTube channel. And immediately after after just over a year, I start getting many content creators or people from labels or whatever saying, hey, what the fuck, I own that song. So, first of all, I know for a fact that they don't own the song because I created it on my own personal computer. But that didn't work for them. Then, secondly, how can they hold the rights to that song, and then the other 2 to 3 people who have claimed that it's their song also own it? 3 individual labels, individual artists claiming the same song that I made just because they sound similar. Like, I'm no genius, but I'm pretty sure copyright cannot be owned by 3 different people from 3 different labels. Now, if I am wrong, then, I guess I'm wrong, but just based on that fact alone, it's hard for me to just get up and say, yeah, you actually do own this song. So, I immediately, I'm... First things first, I don't want... I know I made the song, and second of all, how can you and, 15 or 3 or 4 other people also own that song? Person's gotta draw the line somewhere, and personally... I understand, yeah, one mistake, yeah, they sounded similar, but, we've moved past it, and, like men or like business people, we realize that, hell, we're not the only ones who have access to this program, and many other people can own a similar sounding song and move past it. But instead, they proceed to continue to harass me. Like, I would submit a dispute, giving a little bit of background information on what I used to create the song, how I created the song, and the Audium label. Basically, I didn't really care about their label. For Crap, see. Well, I broke the game. Yeah, so Audium, like, I didn't really care about them or their stuff, so I just basically ignored them, or I didn't, visit their website, other than trying to contact them to say, can you please fuck off? This is my content. But after not finding any contact information, I basically just continued to dispute every time they put a label on my song or my video, and I recently am getting all of these replies that they say, yeah, no, our dispute is completely and 110% correct. We will reinstate the claim, copyright claim, and you will still not be able to monetize this video. Now, me being listening to other YouTubers who always say, if you get a copyright strike, it's not the end of the world. Don't just give up on your dreams or whatever. There's more to it than that, and 9 times out of 10 you can work the problem out. So hearing that from other YouTubers, especially listening to the Mindcrack podcast, they've said the same type of thing. So I continued to say, no, it's my song. So I filed an appeal. Now, one thing that's really pissing me off is if they reinstate this appeal, I now need to, they're then going to be taking legal actions against me and my channel. And being that I don't have a lawyer, it would be my parents. My parents now have to pay out-of-pocket money, I'm pretty sure, for their lawyer, and with the label most likely being in the United States and me being in Canada, that's gonna cost a lot more or be a lot harder to do, just based on the two different areas in which each person is located. So with all of that in the back of my mind, plus the likelihood that if they don't back off the claim and they take me to court, and by some unknown reason the court finds that they're correct and I'm wrong in the sense, then my channel gets a copyright strike, and I am officially, I'm reset. I am not allowed to do this and this and this and this for a certain period of time until I clean up my record. So then, once that happens, I am no longer a partner of Freedom. I'm removed from that. I can no longer upload videos longer than 15 minutes, and I'm basically back to square one of a YouTuber, starting over from scratch. If now, since I've filed the same appeal on multiple claims of theirs, if both of them are found wrong, and I received both 2 copyright strikes, that is actually enough for them to take down my channel. So all my videos will be deleted, my channel will be removed from YouTube, and I will no longer be able to do YouTube. And I'm having OCD. My mind usually goes to the worst case scenario and grabs onto it like that's definitely what's gonna happen. So I kept thinking to myself, if this backfires and you're found to be lying or found to be or to have filed a false appeal or a false claim, my channel is then at risk. My content is at risk, and I don't want to be in that kind of situation where I've inadvertently screwed myself just by trying to defend my reputation and my channel. So for this reason alone, this is not a place that I want to be in. I want to be in a place where my channel's okay, where I haven't done anything wrong. I don't want to have like strikes on my videos and stuff like that. It's not the place I want to be in. So, in order to get, ooh, uh, in order to get to that sort of position, I need to. Who is it? Apparently, my dogs want to come in, or one of them does. I'll let them in quickly. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. What do you want? I know you're happy to see me, but you're interrupting my recording. Sonny, what are you doing? He's just rolling around on my bed. Oh, guess what? Here comes the other dog. Why, hello. Oh, and now they're going to sniff each other. Hi. Hi. I love you. Yes, I love you both. Now they're going to fight over me. This is my room, eh? Okay, you guys have your fun, okay? Sorry about all the noise in the background. So yeah, that's sort of where I'm at. I don't want to lose my channel, and I don't want to get a strike on it, so... Will you guys stop it? So, you know, I'm all worried and paranoid now. And, you know, that's not the kind of situation I want to be in. Yes. Hello. Okay, these guys are, just begging for attention here, so I'm going to take a quick break while I spend a little bit of time with them. And once they're satisfied and gone, I will resume recording. Sorry about my obnoxious dogs. Hear that, guys? You ruined it. You ruined it. Okay, be right back, guys. Well, I'm back. Not even a minute later. As soon as I stopped recording and went to go say hi, they both heard a noise at the door, got up, and ran the hell away from me. So that's where we're at with my dogs. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. You know, I don't want to have my channel taken down for whatever reason because a false allegation, you know, or whatever, or a mistake or anything like that, because I know I own the content. I wish they would acknowledge that, you know, how I own the content, but, you know, sometimes, the world isn't always perfect or fair, and, you know, I'm pretty much getting screwed in the end. So, he's gonna come right in here. Isn't he? Stay out. Yeah, I don't want to be put in a situation where my channel will be taken down because of that. So, you know, again, with the way my mind works, I'm just paranoid as all get out. It's all just worst case scenario. My channel is going to be taken down, blah, 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 blah. So I'm panicking inside, and I'm worried that all of this is going to be the reason my channel either A, gets taken down, or B, gets a copyright strike. However it plays out, you know, I don't want it to end in that way. I just want it to sort of be, you know, yeah, we understand where you're coming from, we're sorry that, you know, we're accusing you of doing whatever, or of copyright when, you know, clearly you're not really doing anything that's bad, per se. So, I'm just hoping that's the way it goes, but, knowing my luck or whatever, it's not gonna go that way. I'm gonna end up being, put under, like, I guess, put into, YouTube probation, per se, and end up, holy crap, and end up, 3 and 8, please, there we go, and end up in a position, where I lose control of my channel. And that's not where I want to end up. I never envisioned my YouTube career would end so abruptly if it does. And I especially owe it to all the people who have who have been subscribed to me throughout these times to, fight for, my content, my channel, and make sure that, it's not taken away from me. Because I want to keep producing content for everybody who enjoys watching, and, if they're enjoying watching, they would like me to continue producing content, and the worst thing that would happen is I am no longer able to provide content for the viewers and for the people who have supported me throughout the whole ordeal. And if that becomes the case, then, I've basically failed you guys, and I've failed myself. And if that's where I end up, that's really gonna be really upsetting, and I do not want to end up in a position like that. So my goal is to, hopefully not fail horribly at this with this whole copyright crap, and that I keep my channel in good standing, so I'm able to remain a partner of freedom, get, paid to do what I love to do, and using that money I will be able to buy things such as new games and stuff to play, or new equipment especially, because I need a new mic. This mic that I have on my head, watching all the other YouTubers, especially people who live stream quite frequently, I'm like, if I were to live stream and show my face, I would look like like a noob, because my headset is my mic. Like, they use it so their game audio and stuff, and Skype audio or whatever, goes in through their headphones. Everything else that, other people hear or you hear is being transmitted through a really high quality mic, and, me not having enough money to buy a mic like that am at a disadvantage, because now I'm not producing or giving you guys the same amount of content that, or the same quality of content that other people can give you. And so this money would especially help me with getting better equipment, such as a proper mic, maybe even an Elgato game capture, and things such as that. Okay, so I'm in a ravine. Nope, you can't see me. Yeah, so I can use all this, or not all of this money. I'm not, like, rolling in money, like, all this fat stacks and shit. I do have to, make it to where I am actually making enough to, not only better my channel, but... Oh, yep, this is a bad spot. yeah, so I don't want my channel to be, in a place where I'm not able to provide compelling or interesting content for you guys. I want to be providing not the most interesting content, because I know for a fact there's a lot of better YouTubers out there compared to me, so there's no way in hell that I'm going to be producing the best content, and if I ever do, you know, I would be amazed, like, utterly amazed if I became, like, a high-ranked YouTuber, and not to say that I don't have it in me, but I would be shocked if I ever made it to a position where I could say, I'm bigger than so-and-so, or, things like that. Not that I would be like that, like, why are you watching this fuck? I'm clearly way better than you. Like, because in all honesty, if I had that kind of attitude, I would want to quit right now. I do not want to be, like, a self-absorbed asshole. So, yeah, that's sort of where I'm at. Those were the two main subjects that I wanted to talk about, because, being, being who I am, I'm really getting pissed off about this whole copyright, and especially really paranoid, because worst case scenario, I lose my channel. I lose everything I put my heart and my time and effort into, my heart and my soul, basically, to produce content for you guys. It's not something that I'm just doing out of hopes to become, like, a rich and famous guy. My hope was that, I can't figure out in life what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. And I figured, I like video games. A lot of other people like video games. I can do YouTube and play video games and even possibly get some sort of money out of it. And also do what I like to do, which is, like, entertain people. I love being, not really the center of attention, but I love being, that guy that if people need something or want to talk, they'll come to, or if everybody wants a good laugh, they know, Alan's the guy. Like, I'm the kid who, in the lunchroom at school, when you see me with all my friends, everybody's laughing. 9 times out of 10, like, and it's not just like a it's like people are doubled over laughing, looking at saying things like, how the fuck do you come up with this? You should honestly be a comedian. Like, this is like some next level shit or whatever. And that's sort of where that's what I like to do. I like to provide entertainment for people. I like to be that kind of guy, and I figured, what better way to do all of those things than to be a professional, or be a YouTuber, and while being a YouTuber, I will then be, being a YouTuber, I will actually be able to, entertain a lot of people, and the possibility of getting paid. I mean, I could always try and become a professional comedian, but honestly, I'm not always the... Is that Reaper tracking me? Like, does he have a way to get to my ass? Let's hope not. Yeah, I'm at a point right now. Okay, he's right down there. I'm at a point, in my life, or I've always been this way, actually, in my life, especially with doctors. Like, if I had a doctor appointment or whatever, okay, yeah, if I had a doctor's appointment or something like that, my mom had to be there and talk for me, because I wasn't, like, always, as a kid and everything, my whole objective was to lay low, lay back, I guess you could say, and evaluate everything like a madman. So whereas, sometimes I can look at something as simple as, a catapult, and the way I am, I will analyze every single detail of that catapult drawing and design, figure out exactly how it's supposed to work, and then go over theories and just random thought processes of, alright, if this does this, this could fail, that could fail, how do I prevent that from failing? What if the cure for cancer is like the weirdest thing, like you take a hunk of dog shit and rub it on cancer cells and the cancer cells die immediately. Like, I was that kind of guy. I always sat back and over-evaluated everything, and I also I was really shy because while I was evaluating everything, I was also evaluating how people were as a person. Would this person judge me for what I do? Would this person do this? Would this person do this? So, in school, when I was younger, it was always, my mom would be like, alright, this is my son. He needs this, he needs that, he needs that, he needs this. And, sometimes Alan can be the best guy in the world. Other times he can be one hell of a fucking pain in the ass. And you gotta be prepared for both ends. But teachers always call my mom within the first few months saying, what are you talking about? Do you not know your son? He is a dream. One of the most well-behaved students in the class. Or things like that. Little do they know, I'm not acting like myself because I'm sitting back and being as good as I can be and as quiet as I can be, just doing bare minimum crap until I can feel comfortable with you to actually be myself without being judged. So when I made friends, well, at first I didn't know how to make friends. I think I've told the story before. I used to just walk up to people and be like, follow them around like a creepy stalker, and then be like, when they would turn around and be like, okay, dude, like, what the fuck are you doing here? You're really creeping me the fuck out. I would, say, hi, I'm Alan John Townsend. I'd like to be your friend or whatever. And if they said, yeah, okay, and then continued playing, I just figured as a kid, I just thought, like, yeah, if I tell you my full name, I'm your friend. Like, there's no doubt about it. We're, like, best friends forever. Like, we'll be taking shit over kind of thing. But every time I would do that, I would follow the kid around while they were playing. Eventually, they just turn around and be like, okay, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you following me? And, like, this wasn't their actual reaction. I'm just, because I was, like, 3 years old and they were probably 4, some shit like that. So, actually, I was probably older because I don't think I had my own language that my parents actually understood. Like, if my parents said, if I said something to my parents and my parents were like, okay, what? I would literally repeat word for word everything I said in that random ass language that I created. So, by the time I learned how to speak, I forget what age I was, but around that time, that's when I tried to make friends, and it was just, hi, I'm Alan John Townsend. I'd like to be your friend. And, they walk away, I still follow them, and then they turn around and they're like, why are you still following me? And it's like, don't you remember? I'm your friend. I'm Alan John Townsend. And they're basically, like, they brushed me off, like, yeah, whatever, kid. I really don't care. And I didn't realize until I was older that, you don't make friends by just following them around. But I was never one to just be upfront. I needed to know that I could trust you as a person. So when I make friends or when I go to a doctor's appointment, this is going to hurt. Yeah, when I make friends or if I'm going to a doctor's appointment, I'm not going to just open up to you about everything that's going on until I can be sure that you're not going to, look at me and say, wow, what a slob, what a this, what a that, why the fuck are you still here, why are you such an asshole, basically, or whatever. And, 9 times out of 10, that's not going to be their thought, but as a kid, what the fuck are you doing here, dude? Just Get out of here. Like, being a kid and not knowing, how to make friends or anything about real social interactions, I just immediately, I immediately had to sit back, analyze every little piece of who you are, what you do, and basically think, alright, will you be nice to me? Will you like me for who I am? And if I felt that you would, I would become your, like, undenying friend or whatever, even after you were being a complete ass to me. Because I had some friends where, they would be a fucking dick to me, and I would still, a few days later after being upset and hurt, call them up and be like, hey, you want to go skating? Or, no, I didn't go skating. But, like, do you want to go do this? Do you want to go do that? And that was one thing that always worried my mom, but, that was just who I was at the time, unfortunately. I didn't really know where to draw the line. And, so yeah, my most of my parents, they didn't, or most of my teachers anyway, back to why I got onto this topic, they looked at me and they were like, hell, this kid's amazing. But once I felt that they would like me after I was being myself, I became the guy I was at home. I would scream, yell, carry on, joke around, like when I got comfortable at my middle school or my elementary school, I would go outside and just piss on the wall because I figured, hell, if some days I go out into my backyard and just feel like, hell, let's piss out here, and my parents won't judge me or hate me for it, then you guys won't hate me or judge me for it, basically, is how my brain was working at the time. But, little did I know, that's not appropriate. That is not something you do. I know that now, but at the time I just thought, hell, let's just take a piss outside. Like, what the fuck's gonna happen, basically? And unfortunately, I found out the hard way, you're not allowed to do that sort of shit. So, so my teachers eventually realized, hell, either this guy was just acting the whole time or whatever, but his mom was right. Like, he does have, like, just an opposite side. So I do the same thing with my friends. At first, I'm just sort of calm and collect, and they're like, hell, you're sort of a normal guy. I could see myself being friends with you. And then, lo and behold, I get comfortable with that person, and am just now a complete fuckwad of, just stupid shit. And holy crap. Okay, let's do F3 and A, please. Oh, shoot. Yeah, like, it was just, oh my god, man. Okay, F3 and A, please. No, F3 and A. Oh, what the hell? Okay. So my antivirus, my subscription is overdue, or whatever. But, yeah, so that was who I was. But when it came to high school, though, it was just, especially switching high schools, I didn't know anybody, and I had been at the age now where, I realized how I went about making friends and stuff, but I knew that, taking my time is just going to get me labeled as, like, a loner. And since that's not who I am, I need to go balls to the walls here and just become, like, everybody's friend. And I do that by being a funny, goofball, idiot type person. Where basically, who I am is I just joke around. It's just like, hi, welcome, or, like, hey, I'm Alan, I'm new to the school, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. And then they'll be joking around and, I'll just blurt out random things. Like, I'm that guy who, no matter what the situation, If I feel there is an opportunity for a penis joke, I'm seizing the opportunity and I'm going to tell you a penis joke. If I feel that somebody said something that was worthy of a "that's what she said," I'm going to say "that's what she said." I've said it in really bad situations that have gotten me into a lot of shit. But I still never learned my lesson because I've gotten into shit multiple times for doing things like that. When I know that there's no teachers around, I swear. It's just like, that's who I am. It's, my friends and me are sitting at the uh, lunch table or whatever in the cafeteria, and, my first thing is, just go off on a tangent or whatever. So what I end up doing is it's just like, hey, how's it going, guys? So did you hear about this thing on the news? Or I was watching this video on YouTube the other night, and this guy, he said the most hilarious thing. He was talking about, like, balls and dicks and shit like that, and it was just I found it fucking hilarious. You guys gotta watch it. Or things like that, where I was a nut, basically. Or a goof, I guess you could call me. And that was just who I am, how I was in the real world. I would just say stupid shit, and 9 times out of 10, people would laugh, say, hell, this guy's pretty fucking funny, and we would be friends. And since that's how I went about my life, and how I made friends, and how I entertained people, I also had a nice side, like every person. I've had people come to me with, like, first sex experience being like, hell, I just had sex and didn't use a condom, and I'm scared as shit right now. And, I've never, I'm a virgin. Just, let's get it out of the way. So I have no experience with this, but I'm the guy they come to. Why? Because I won't spread rumors, I won't talk shit behind people's back. I will do my best to help somebody out when they need help, because especially since, I know when I struggle, I struggled with depression and anxiety, and still do. If I could just openly talk to somebody every day, it would be amazing. And, some people, if I can give back, for the people who did help me and try and help other people, that's what I'm going to do. So people realize this, and they come to me, and they ask me, questions or for help, and I'm right there by their side, ready to help them in any way, shape, or form that I can. Sorry about that. So, that's who I am. So I'm helpful, caring, I'm understanding, I'm an idiot, I'm a goofball, funny, retarded, whatever you want to call me. That's who I am. And back to being the YouTube side of things, people have always told me, you should really be a comedian. I think you would, be one of the best, maybe even better than Kevin Hart, I had a friend say once. And I wouldn't go that far, but it would be amazing if I could. Another thing at our school, we had this thing called career cruising or whatever, this website where basically you did surveys, and it would tell you based on your answers what kind of learner you were and what kind of job you would probably like. And within the first 10, I had things like engineer, which I love inventing and creating things. I had engineer, comedian, entertainer, magician was one of them. As a kid, I wanted to actually be a magician, and magician was one of the things. It was technical designer, or computer graphics designer, and things like that. And I think comedian was the third, in the top 5 of their suggestions. So I was just excited because all my friends said you would be amazing at this. And then the first thing they did was in the top 5, I'm pretty sure, was you should be a comedian. And I basically, I thought of ways I could do that, but being shy, I wouldn't be able to just be an idiot all over the world on stage. I would be a little shy at first, and having 4 shows where you're just I am Alan Townsend, and I'm gonna tell you this joke that I learned the other day. It's some sort of penis joke. I'm sure you guys will love it. It's all about dicks, you know. Everything is Comedy Central dick, whatever you want. You know, like mumbling into a mic and stuff, like talk about getting nowhere quick. So I thought, well, where can I be where I can be myself with a lot of different people watching and enjoying without without standing in public feeling like I'm just standing in the middle of nowhere naked, or in the middle of public naked with everybody laughing and pointing at me. And I figured YouTube. I can play games, I can joke around, do things with friends, do all this stuff, and the possibility of, if I'm am good enough and people enjoy it, I can get paid. It's like, I'm looking at that and it's like, I can do what I love, which is game and entertain, and possibly make a profit off of it, while giving people enjoyment and stuff like that. And I looked at that option, and I'm like, this is what I have to do if I'm going to have a career and do anything in life. It's gotta be this, because it seems the most enjoyable to me. I get to sit and play things like Minecraft, which I do a lot. I just sit in my room and play Minecraft. I can play like Call of Duty. I love playing Call of Duty. Why not do it while joking around with people and, you know, bring enjoyment to people while playing these games that I enjoy playing. And the added bonus is there's a possibility that if people are actually enjoying it to the point where, you know, I end up having a few hundred, few thousand, or maybe even 1 million subscribers one day who are there to help and support me through whatever I do, and who enjoy my content, and who will watch ads that are placed on my channel, in turn giving me money in my pocket. And it's basically turning something that I've already loved doing and already enjoy doing, and making it a reasonable career. And I know the way it would seem like I'm doing this for just the money, but I'm really doing this because I find it's the best way for me to express who I am to hundreds or thousands of people at a time, or however many people watch the video, captivate them and express who I am without feeling like I'm standing in the middle of Toronto with absolutely no clothes on in the freezing of winter, because I'm going to be cold, embarrassed, people will be laughing and pointing at me. I don't want to feel like that. Or I don't want to be put in a situation where it's like, you get up at this time, you leave at this time, and anything you do can, you know, cause you to get fired. I don't want to be put in that kind of stressful situation, because I don't deal with stress very well. I don't deal with pressure and embarrassment very well. But on a place like YouTube, where right now I'm doing it more as like a hobby, and my hope is that I can not only do this as a hobby, because I am enjoying it, that I can develop it into something where I'm now able to do this and get even more gain from it than I already am. Because I love doing what I'm doing right now, playing games and talking to you guys, getting things out of my head and out into the open for people to possibly enjoy or maybe even hate. But, you know, it's who I am. I like to do these types of things, and, you know, if this sort of hobby of mine can develop into something more, where I can, you know, where I can be who I am and make some kind of money for it. Like, you know, I don't go to school, be an idiot to my friends, and they'll throw me a couple dollars at the end of lunch. Because, you know, not only would that be really fucking weird, but, you know, it's not an actual expectation. You know, I can't sit in my in my parents' house for the rest of my life, because if my parents die and the house isn't paid for and I'm not doing anything but playing video games, I can't live. I'll be forced to live out on the street or something. And that's why I feel like this is not only a hobby, but it's a possible job. And not only is it a possible job, but I get to do everything I love doing. Gaming, being a complete and utter goofball, making people laugh, entertaining the masses, and doing it all within the comfort of my own room. Like, I can sit in my room, record, edit, and do all of this, and at the end of the day, not only am I doing something that I love, but I can get more than just the average reward of a positive comment. I can get the added bonus of a little bit of money in my pocket that can help me better my channel and better myself. I mean, like, all the equipment I need, I don't have the money to buy. If I can get a little bit of money out of YouTube, I'm not only doing something I love, but I'm able to improve my content by posting content. I will be able to do things like I might be able to buy myself a meal because, hell, I just got my latest income or things like that. And to me, that idea is a little far off because I'm nowhere near. Like, chances are, when I get the monthly paycheck, it'll be a few dollars. But eventually that could grow into $10, $20, $30, $40 to the point where I'm getting like I could get $100 and something a month, and that's pretty damn good. For just a hobby of mine. So, like I say, I'm not all about money. I mean, money's a great thing, don't get me wrong, but my priority is you guys first. I'm only going to use the money on myself after I've bought what I've needed for you guys, such as new games, new content, better equipment, better mics, better editing software, and all of that. Once I have all of that stuff in place, then the actual money I make goes to me. So I'm not all about me. I'm about my channel and you. So back to being a YouTuber and everything. It's just, if you want to do it, it's not. You can't just have the mindset of you're gonna sit down, post one Minecraft video, and make hundreds of thousands of dollars. You gotta put the effort in. You gotta work for it. The work can be hard at times, especially if you're my age and you go to school while making videos, because then your whole schedule gets a little messed up and you can't really, either you're losing sleep or you're failing grades and things like that, and it's not something you can do very easily. You can't jump right in and make money. I mean, it took me over a year just to get enough views and subscribers for somebody to approach me and say, hey, we'd like to actually pay you for what you're doing. And a lot of other people, it took longer for them to get that opportunity. I've definitely gotten lucky, but you gotta put in the time and effort. Like, I took a few month break within my first year, and that was because I was dealing with some depression and anxiety. But I came back and I had like 3 different series going. I uploaded a lot of different stuff. I started to make playlists, and I got more involved in the community of not only YouTube but like Minecraft and things like that. And being a guy who will usually like a video and comment on a video and get a lot of likes or replies on that comment, it's bringing attention to me as well, and I've been gaining a lot of views and a lot of subscribers through that kind of thing. And eventually, if you put in the enough effort, you might get approached, like I was. But do your research. Don't go for this first person. I mean, I went with the first person because basically what they were offering was basically like, I'm not locked into a contract. I can leave at any time. I'm getting money monthly, and you know, for me it works. I'm not putting a huge commitment in. I know the basic rules and I know what to do, and you know, for me what they offered worked. For you it might not work. You might want something different. So research if you get an offer, research it, look into it, and if it works for you, fantastic. Maybe you can sign up. Make sure you check in with other people. Like if somebody else you know had partnered with them at one point and then decided, you know, this was a horrible mistake and they left, you're getting negative info. Try and look for positive info. Don't go off of, yep, they seem to be legit and offer what I want, because they could turn around and be scamming you and taking, you know, like if you were, like you could be losing like $5 every month that that you should be getting based on what you agreed to, but somewhere in the fine print or whatever they sort of conned you or whatever. So you gotta look carefully before you sign. Get information, do research, ask people, ask around. It's always a good thing. And take your time to get to that point. One thing you can't do is have a mindset where it's just, I'm going to post one video, let that swim or whatever, and once that has a certain number of views, I'm going to do it again. And or that you're just going to sit down, apply for every option, and you've got 0 views, 0 videos, and 0 subscribers. And can't do that. It took me over a year, just over a year, for somebody to come up to me and say, hey, you're doing something we like. For me to do a bit of research and figure out that's what would work for me for right now. Sign up for it, and that's where I'm at. I'm happy with where my channel is. You know, I'm a little worried about this stupid copyright stuff, but I'm in a position right now where I've built myself up, and somebody has approached me saying, we like what you're doing and we would like to pay you for it as long as you allow us to place ads on your videos. And to me, I'm a-okay with that. I figure, you know, I've done this as a hobby and I'm still doing it as a hobby, but if I'm getting a little extra money in my pocket at the end of the day for me to save up to buy better equipment, it's a win. It's a win on my part, and it's gonna improve my content for you guys. So yeah, this is probably going to be a really long and talkative episode, hence the reason why it's the Toxic Talk. Hopefully you guys enjoy this series. If you do, leave a like, you know, comment, favorite, subscribe, and show a little bit of love, you know, because it not only will help me out, but it'll let me know whether you're liking this, and you know, whether I should continue to post the Toxic Talk, or whether I should move on to something else. And whatever you guys feel is the best, or whether you guys like this or not, only time will tell. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this. If you did, you know, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Show a man a little love. Thank you once again to the Freedom Network, who approached me with a partnership. I do like what you guys have offered me, and I am extremely grateful for the opportunity you have given me. Thank you to all my viewers and subscribers and, you know, community members around, you know, toxic waste or whatever, like not the actual toxic waste, but me. You know, thank you for being around, supporting, liking videos, commenting on videos, and doing what you do, because it shows me that I'm actually reaching out to an audience and they're picking it up and going with it. So thank you to Freedom, thank you to all my viewers, fans, subscribers, and, you know, people who I've subscribed to, who have given me information and insight on things that I should and should not do. So yeah, thank you all so much for doing what you do, being there and supporting me. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. I don't know why I keep saying it. You guys already know that, but yep. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.